first to turn up as we see His Excellency the President.
Leaders in the East African community call him elder and founder of the renewed efforts to realizing the East African community full integration. President Museveni was chief guest during the closure of the 3-day judicial conference of the East African Court of Justice in Kampala. There was unanimity in the calls for financial independence of the regional court to end the huge dependence on development partners for funding.
To ensure the court, the East African Court of Justice, is granted administrative and financial autonomy as directed by the summit. Granting the court financial and administrative autonomy will not only guarantee the independence of the court as it executes its mandate as is shown in the treaty, but it will also give them necessary resources.
The court budget needs to be relooked at. Sufficient budget allocation will enable the court to effectively and efficiently administer justice to the East Africans.
Indeed, within the East African community, the architects and surveyors are quite ahead in their standardization. The legal profession is still a bit slow in harmonization. Consequently, a number of the citizens within the region are unable to either study or practice effectively in the different regions. So it's an area we undertake to handle.
Believe that with a strong judiciary of each member state and then of the community that sustains the rule of law, will be in a much better position to sustain the principle and purpose for which we've come together in a block.
President Museveni said the judges of the regional court and other members of the elite class needed a deeper appreciation of the importance of East African integration. He emphasized education for all and full monetization of the East African economy, which would mean a wider market for individual member states.
We need socio-economic transformation to make these principles of justice in a modern way be on a firm basis rather than this shaky basis.
However, President Museveni thinks the agenda should be pushed by scholars in the region and not politicians. Giving examples of developed countries like England, the president said it was wrong to think that politicians can understand people's problems because of the way they are elected, which he said was problematic.
Politicians, you know what happens with politicians. If a drunkard is meet somewhere and they are drinking and elections come, they elect one of their drunkards, so you go and represent us. How do you expect this man to know all these problems? He can go and talk about a few things, but to think that he will automatically have the vision to solve all this historical is not correct.
The East African Court of Justice was established 21 years ago and is expected to take a lead in removing the restrictions to enable the East African Common Market to be fully operational.
This conference precedes ESCJ court sessions that begin on the 2nd of November, running for a month, aimed at what the officials called bringing the court nearer to the people as the push for its financial independence continues. Edward Muhumza, NTV.